After a series of drunk drivers caused wrong-way accidents on local interstates, we started investigating. And in some of those cases, the drivers were overserved. And while Georgia does have laws aimed to prevent overserving, our investigation found they're not enforced. Channel 2's Aaron Coleman now live with why some say lives are at risk.
Justin, right now, under Georgia law, restaurants and bars can be sued if they overserve someone and then that person goes out and harms someone else. But enforcing the law falls well short of other states, and families say more needs to be done.
I saw him that night of the accident.
It's been 2.5 years since Eddie Coe, a 23-year-old UGA student, was killed by a drunk driver in Gwinnett County. His sisters and mother say they will never get over the loss.
I miss him a lot.
December 2010, Coe was driving along Steve Reynolds Boulevard when a car crossed the median, hitting him head-on. He died at the hospital. The other driver, Soon Kwan, was drunk.
The damage was catastrophic.
Chris Simon is the Coe family's attorney. Witnesses testified under oath that Kwan and his friends had been drinking heavily before consuming up to 10 more rounds at Cafe Totem Goal in Duluth.
We know from eyewitness testimony is that they are served between 5 and 7 bottles at the restaurant, despite the fact that they've rolled in the door wasted.
The restaurant was accused of over-serving and staying open after hours to continue serving. It settled the case, but the Coes wonder if more could have been done before Soon Kwan got behind the wheel. The state of Georgia has what's called a Dram Shop Act. That means if someone who is already drunk is served alcohol and as a result goes out on the road and hurts someone else in a drunk driving accident, the victim, or in this case the victim's family, can sue the establishment. Our producers went undercover in a bar recently sued for over-serving and saw it firsthand. 2 men served 5 drinks each in an hour and a half. We contacted the Department of Revenue, which regulates alcohol infractions, and found it does not crack down on establishments that overserve. What is Georgia doing?
That we're aware of nothing.
And do you know how many drinks he's been served tonight?
In North Carolina, we followed undercover alcohol enforcement officers as they cited bartenders for over-serving, something agents do on a regular basis. This bartender could lose her license for 2 years.
We take it very seriously because a lot of these people are leaving, they're getting in the cars and they're driving.
We just want to catch you on the front end.
Before drunk drivers hit the road.
Do you want to do any sobriety tests for me?
And in Washington State, police ask every person stopped for suspected DUI where they've been drinking. Officers keep track and can go undercover into an establishment. But in Georgia, there are no plans to do any of this here.
That is about personal responsibility.
State Senator Butch Miller is the vice chair of the State Transportation Committee. Even after we brought the issue to his attention, he says less government is the answer, not more. But
Now, if there is a trend or if there is a pattern of abuse, then yes, that's something we need to look at.
Eddie Coe's family believes tougher enforcement could have meant the difference for them.
How many more people have to die?
The drunk driver in this case is in prison and will be deported back to Korea after his 7-year sentence. The restaurant that settled the case for $500,000, guys, it is still open.
So, Aaron, one question here is, what about the servers and the bartenders? Is it realistic to think that they should be keeping track of how much everyone is drinking?
That is a great question. The short answer, no. A lot of times you cannot keep an eye on every single person. And we should say, a lot of bars and restaurants, they do the right thing. They're going to cut a customer off. But attorneys say they want to see more of that. They're not looking for bartenders to be perfect all the time. They want them, though, to be aware.
And imagine when the bar slammed.
Yeah.
So that's a lot to think about. Thank you, Aaron. Well, police have charged